Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. This is your alarm. It went. I turned over. I woke up at 4:30. I jumped out of bed. Good morning. This is me at the Meri Atelier, and today I also need to varnish it. Let's take the signatures out. Let's get to work on this journal. I want to do some varnishing first thing this morning. Yes. Let's get my... what are you doing here? I want to get my live stream up and going so I can say good morning to people when they come in. They probably think that I'm not streaming this morning. I'm streaming, I'm here, I'm awake. All right, so I was looking at this cover. There's a couple of things that bother me, and these these need to be painted out. And I think I'm going to put animals there. These are supposed to be the theater masks, but I did a rotten job on them. A rotten job. So let me reach over here and paint. And I'm going to put little animals or something. I hate them. Every time I look at that, I go, ew. They look like his head. Oh, dear. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Let me open my acrylic paint. I will say, every time I have trouble getting paint open like this, I get my scissors. I did an old video on that. Still get comments on it. Sometimes I turn commenting off. Well, I left commenting on, but I put it on an approval basis, and I read the comments. But I quit answering them. Some people say it really works for them, and then other people just give me weird stuff. But see, that works so easy. That works so easy. And I know about putting the Vaseline on there, but I don't always do that. So let's paint these guys out here while I have the chance. And I'm going to put something else up there. If you don't like something about your art, you think it needs to be changed, it probably needs to be changed. Yeah, and I don't know. I think I'm just going to leave the bottom part here alone. And then I'll just work some little animals into here. And good morning, Linda. Hello. Hello, Linda. Hi, Ray. Good morning, Ray. Ray, good morning, good morning. Just popped in to say good morning. Well, good morning. I love it when you guys pop in to say good morning to me. Even if you can't stay, I understand totally. I understand totally. My goal is to get this finished and to get this finished today and to get the varnishing done on it and to get it in a bound. Well, see, part of my problem with this is I need to clean this part off. It really needs to be cleaned. I'm not going to do that right here. I'll just try to get this lid back on. There. Okie dokie. Can I put this back without knocking things off? What kind of animals am I going to put up here? Oops, I didn't want to do that. Let's put this aside a minute and let that go dry. And I'm going to varnish these. At least these two. This will be wet, so... yeah, I'm doing an acrylic painting a day. I'm just using my Deco Art acrylics here. I'm tempted to go buy some real acrylic paint. Not that this isn't real, but this isn't the paint that if you're doing, this is awfully thin. This is a pretty thin paint. And this one midnight blue, my goodness, they must have put an awful lot of thinner or something in it because it was not hard at all to do that transparency there. Let's roll up my sleeves. Put my scissors back in the scissors holder. Thank you very much, Ray. Thank you very much, ladies. I hope you're having the start to a beautiful day. I can't believe the week is almost over with. It's been going so fast. It's been going too fast. Oh, I've been trying to keep up with things, but oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It's run away from me. Now this one I did, and we had to go grocery shopping, and I didn't really get that one finished, but we'll just leave it in its unfinished state. Let's see what I can do here. I need to locate my pokey tool. There it is. I keep losing it. I keep losing it. Back where. Let's just put some varnish on these. And then I'll set these aside to dry. That should be enough. I'm using Clear Coat Delta Satin Exterior Interior. That's what Dee Dee Willingham uses. And for the longest time, I kept asking Aunt Beck, what does Dee Dee use again? What does Dee Dee use again? And then Aunt Beck, I think I heard her say that, ooh, I got that little. That I heard Aunt Beck say that she got a different brand, and I missed what brand it was. I remember her saying, sorry, Clear Coat. This works just as good and it's cheaper. But I'll use this because I have it. The week is going really fast. Thank you, Linda. Thank you. Hi, Vanessa. Good morning. Good morning. That's how I felt when I woke up this morning, Vanessa. Good morning. Oh, last night I fell asleep thinking about the story that I'm going to tell tomorrow night. And I woke up this morning thinking about it. So I got my little story all ready for tomorrow night. And I have to research the doodle prompt thing, the doodle game. I try to get those done, at least start on them by Wednesday, because then I don't think about them, and then I have to do everything at the last minute, and I don't like doing that. I guess that's good enough. Let's set these aside. I'll have to varnish this other side here when it's dry. And then I was thinking about what I could do. I'm starting out just by doing little still lifes of objects around the house, like my paintbrush and that mason jar book and jewelry. This was a little statuette. I got a couple of other little things I'm going to do. And then I don't know what I'm going to do. I'll do some other things. I don't know if I'll do landscapes or anything like that. We'll see how that goes. 30 paintings in April. We'll see how that goes. Let's set this aside to dry. Set this aside to dry. And let's work on this cover. A part of me thinks these little silhouettes need something to help bring them out. Like, I wonder. Yeah. They're just too flat. They're too flat. I am using, Vanessa, I'm using this Delta Satin Exterior Interior Varnish. This is kind of expensive. It costs, this is 8 ounces. It costs $8 or $9 at Joann's. But then, again, I don't use it every day. So I just use it on things like my journal covers and paintings and like that. Use a gold color to outline them. Well, I was going to use this white. I have this paint pen, but I don't know if I can get it fine enough line to suit me. And oh, I was thinking I'd do little rabbits up here because my little rabbits here are about ready to fall off. Let's practice on one of these little rabbits. I think my paint pen here is about done. Well, maybe that'll work. Yeah, but I'm not sure. I need to invest in some brushes, some liner brushes. Yeah. I think I've used this one. I think it's running out. Linda's getting some lunch before she flips over. I don't think my gold pen is going to do the trick for me. It's running out. And I don't really have anything else. I'm going to try that white gel pen. Just see what white does here. Let's try it on the squirrel. The white might just be enough and thin enough. I need a gold gel pen. And I probably have one. Let's see. Where would I have done with that? I'm going to have to paint that out again. It's messy. It's messy. It's messy. I don't know what I did with that gold gel pen. You know what I do have? What I do have... I'm going to invest in some gold gel pens next month. Let's open these Pen Plus Gear ones. I like these Pen Plus Gear markers. Let's see how they mark. They do pretty good over acrylic. Let's pull out the gold one. I can always paint out those where I goofed. Let's see how these work. So I was working on the squirrel here. Yeah, that's better. And I think that's dry enough. I can take care of this. Yeah, I think I'm going to like this much better. And then these are just little flowers up in here. What I like about these markers is it makes a nice consistent line, and the line's dry. I don't have to wait for a lot of dry time. I don't know if you guys can tell too much of what I'm doing. Yeah, I think I'm liking them better with this gold marker. And this is a howling wolf. This is a mermaid. She's got... Of course, now these were silhouettes, so when I copy for this is a little snail. I like the idea of the theater masks up here, but it looked like he had ears. Bye, Ray. Have a great day. The gold makes it all pop. Yeah, the gold really does add to it. It was too flat. It was too flat. Linda went to get something to eat. I didn't. I woke up and I said, oh, I overslept, so I didn't get any breakfast. We've got blueberry pie out there waiting for me. I'm tempted to bring a slice of blueberry pie in here and sketch it. Paint it for my day 4. Blueberry pie in my coffee cup, maybe. That's the kitty cat. Oh, I was doing the snail down here. Yeah, make a line like that. Whoops. Kind of smudged my wolf. And then this will look better too after I get it varnished. And my poor little owl. And then this is just some more flowers up in here. I don't have to do too much to those. Yeah, the gold really does help it. The gold really does make it pop. Speaking of food, I need to go get breakfast. Bye, Ray. Have a great day. Did I say goodbye to you? Let's see. That would be nice. I would eat that while I'm painting it. Yeah, the blueberry pie. Yeah, wouldn't that be interesting, Vanessa, is to paint out, draw your blueberry pie on your plate, paint it, sketch it and everything, and then start eating it and paint out your bites until you got back to your plate again. I might do that just for fun. Paint it all and then unpaint it by eating it. I think that would be fun. It would be kind of like, and when I put it into fast forward motion, it would be kind of like an interactive thing, because it would be going so fast. It would look like you have the pie on your plate, and then when you start painting it out with little bites, it looked like it was being eaten. It would disappear. And that's what's happening to this blueberry pie. It is a purchased pie. We don't do that often, but there's a place here in Nebraska that's a local bakery that we support. And they make good pies. Yum. They're real popular here. They're very popular here in Nebraska. Except Walmart doesn't sell them. Shame on Walmart. Shame on Walmart. They should support the local folks. Same way with the creamers. I get so mad. I can find creamer at Walmart, but you go to Walmart, you go to some of these big stores, you want creamer, you find all sorts of coffee make, every flavor of coffee make that you could imagine, but just give me some plain half and half, please. Now Mary's complaining again. We're lucky to have what we have. We're lucky to have what we have. Should not complain. We're a blessed nation. Let's do this little rabbit again. Yeah, this marker's working fine for me. I'm liking this. Do him again. My snake. I'm not in love with snakes, but this one's kind of cute. Because he's on my gate. Hi, Nancy. Good morning. These are Pen Plus Gear markers. These, I get 4 of them for $2. They're 50 cents a piece. There's a gold one. I get them at Walmart. There's a gold one, a silver one, and this is kind of a pinkish lavender one. I like this one a lot. And then there's a gray blue one. And this one's silver. And this one's gold. And they work very well for 50 cents a piece. $2 for that package. I like Walmart there. Walmart, don't take those away from us. I'll tell you, the clerks probably wonder what in the world that I'm doing with all those markers. That's a happy chicken there. That chicken needs help. That rooster needs help. I don't know if this one's been giving me some troubles. I used it on something that I shouldn't have, like wet paint. These Pen Plus Gear markers work very good over acrylic paint, but no marker works good over wet paint. You don't want to use your markers over wet paint. You'll ruin them. You'll ruin them. Little flowers in here. And my eagle. Yeah, I knew I did that too much. Yeah. Leave him alone, Meri. I'm just kind of outlining these little silhouettes to bring them out a little, highlight them just a little bit more. They were too flat. Too flat. This is my hummingbird. Another little flower down in here. I like doing the flowers because you can't mess up too bad on those. Now my little owl up here needs an ear. I painted out his ear. Leave him alone. My little elephant. It's early in the morning. Yeah. Sometimes I mess them up. I do things I don't mean to do here. I just need a touch of outlining. I don't need as much as I like gold. I just need a little touch. Just a touch. Yeah. I don't like what I'm doing. And over here, I've got a horse. mess him up. Just need a few touches of that marker. I don't need a whole lot. And then there's a flower in here. And this is a monkey. And he's holding on to the oh dear. Now, I don't know if I can draw my little rabbits in here with, I guess I can. Let's draw some rabbits. Yeah. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to go this way. Yeah, I'm going to have to go back in with paint on these, but I'll get the gist of them in there. Another little rabbit over here. Hi, Kimberly. Good morning. Hi, Roesta. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Azure, did Azure pop in here? Did I miss Azure? Ray was here. There's Azure. Good morning, Azure. I painted out, I had theater mask up there, but it looked too much like ears. It looked too much like ears. So I painted them out. Now I'm trying to put these little rabbits back in here. And I'm not sure I'm having much success with this one. He's got kind of a round body here. I think my paint's still wet. But here's the thing. I can paint over my mistakes. He's got a pretty big head for such a little rabbit. There. You know what? After I said don't use your marker on wet paint, let's fold this up. Let's get a little teeny bincy bit of black paint out. Just a teeny bit. I want to varnish this. I think I've been debating whether I'm going to varnish this. This is fabric. I guess I will. I think I'll varnish the whole thing. Because this is not painted on, but I need a dab. Usually when I get a dab, I get a dollop. And let's get a tinier brush. Put it in here. I don't like to leave these brushes in my water. Where's my little red brush? Now we'll use this one. I have another red brush that I use for sketching. It's not that one. Huh. Must have fallen over the cliff. little rabbits up here. That's a rabbit. That's a rabbit. I'm going to leave it alone. Don't trash your pen in wet paint. Let it dry. It was your tip. Yeah, and I kind of ignored my own advice, didn't I? I do that. I do that. Well, I think I'll varnish this and call it done so that I can move on. I don't exactly like... I just used that. I don't exactly like what I did to my horse. Let's clean him out a little. He just needed a little bit, not a whole lot. Now I'm happier with him. I'll leave him alone till I quit running over my cord here. I think I can varnish this now. Let's varnish it so I can get it, bind it today so I can start working in my journal. It'll be the 5 days. It'll be almost a week into the month and I won't have any journaling done. I've been keeping track of my days on a slip of paper, what happened each day so I can fill in my calendar, but I don't know about varnishing this fabric, but it's going to happen here. You're getting a face job here, Shakespeare. And I'm just kind of slushing it on, trying to get everything covered. Yeah, I'm happy with it in the long run. I wasn't so sure about it at one point, if it was going to work for me, but it seems to have taken shape. Now, I think in May, I'm going to do that wallpaper art. I'm going to use wallpaper, and there's that one flower there on that one wallpaper that Janet sent me. I think Janet sent it to me. I'm going to use it as inspiration for a stained glass. I think I'm going to try to do stained glass flowers in this same vein of all the dark leading. Looks like my fabric may be warping a little there. All righty, let's put this aside to dry. This kind of flashes out here with the light. All righty, let's put it aside to dry. All right. Now what are you going to do, Meri? Now what are you going to do? It's not like I don't have anything to do. I was going to show you my knitting progress. This is all that's left of my green yarn that Aunt Beck sent me on this one skein. And I'm going to use it to make tags. I'm going to tag everything that I did here. I've been practicing my knitting. I've been practicing ribbing. And here's my finished ribbing. Ribbing. This is purl one, knit one, purl one. And I think with the thickness of this yarn, that works the best. Here's a knit two, purl two. This was a practice piece. Of course, I've got some mistakes in there. And let's see. This was, I don't think this is ribbing. This is a knitting example. This was definitely a mistake. I was trying to figure things out. I was getting there, but I definitely goofed it. And same way with this. These are just goofs. I'm not unhappy with it, but it's certainly not ribbing. So this was the first one I did. That was the second. I was still trying to figure out where I was going. And then all of a sudden I go, oh, that's what they meant. And I got some mistakes in there. And then I figured it out. And this is my final ribbing here. So now I know how to do the ribbing stitch for the basic ones. You know, there's probably all sorts of variations. And then on my knitting, you guys have seen these before. These are obviously, I think this was my first one. No, my first one is, I don't think my first one's here. My first one was a total goof. And then I think this was my second, and this was a knit purl. So these were my knitting attempts here. This is plain knitting. I was learning how to knit. And this is a knit purl and a knit purl. Did a little bit better on the knit purls. And then here's my final knit purl. Well, and then I made that phone case, which I used, by the way. I just took a piece and folded it like that and stitched it together and made me a phone case. So it's been about a month. It's been not quite a month. And I feel like I've accomplished a lot. I've learned a lot about knitting. So now I'm going to figure out what I want to do for projects. I'm going to tag all these and make a little sampler thing, put it in my March journal. So I used that entire ball of green variegated yarn that Aunt Beck sent to learn how to knit. So that's my progress. Now I don't know what I'm going to make. I want to keep practicing. I know what I want to do next. Next, I want to make a couple more cards. I want to get these cards made. It takes me a while to make them. So I'm going to try to make 2 so I can send these out. I want to send out some thank yous. Let's see. I'm not sure I'm going to do the wedding one for thank you. Let's see. This would be a good one. And I don't know what happened to the, let's put this here. I don't know what happened to some of this stuff. Oh, here it is. No, I got it upside down. That's what's happening. Put that in there. And I'll put that here. Oh, this will be a good one too. We'll take these two. I'm going to keep going until I get these done. But I'm not going to do them all because it gets kind of long doing them. Oops, I need a black piece. Let's go get one. Yeah. And I need some tape. Oh, of course, my tape is not here. I've been using all my tape. I got out some thin stuff. What did I do with it? Here it is. We'll use We'll use these. This is something else that I grab when I can get a hold of it, is this Miss Sparkles tape. But they don't always fill their bins. Or somebody grabs it before I do. I bought some, what did I do with that? I don't know where it's at now. I have to clean my desk off again. I cleaned my desk off to do my, what was I doing? That journaling by fives, and now I can't find anything. That is how it goes. Let's put this over here, here. Let's get this one out too. Meri, I got to give you an update on Bandit. He's been getting into all my craft stuff. Are you still taking care of Bandit? I think I assigned him to somebody else last Friday night, Azure. Did Bandit run over to your house? I only assigned him for a week. Hi, Christy. Good morning. Christy was the one who said, Meri, you should divide those canvases into 2 signatures. What a great idea that was. Why didn't I think of that, Christy? It takes a second eye sometimes. It works. It's working really well. I'm glad you said that. The shoes are kind of okay-ish. Hi, Mitzi. Good morning. Christy's in the house. Roesta's here. Don't trash your pen in wet paint. He's with you this week? Oh, I have to go back and read my notes. Well, I'll tell you, that little Azure's everywhere. He's a loved little kitty. A little fictitious kitty. Not, did I say Azure or Bandit? I'm sorry. Flip-flops? You bought some Croc sandals for the holiday. I can't stand the flip-flops. Brr. I only wear the flip-flops from the house to the front porch. I can't stand that one. They're not Crocs. They're little plastic, not plastic, little rubber-soled flip-flop. But I don't like it between my big toe and knife. It's very uncomfortable. So I wear them when I go outside in the summertime. They're pretty ones. They're not expensive ones. Yeah, if I get these cards made, I can send them off. I want to send some thank yous off. I owe everybody a thank you. All that happy mail I've gotten, and I'm just horrible on thank yous. I'm horrible. That's pretty good. Make sure I'm opening it right. That in there. This goes here. This goes. Oh, am I missing a butterfly? Yep, I'm liking that. It's getting to be about the time of the year to go garage sailing. I have so much stuff. Have fun with your Crocs. Yeah. What are you eating, Linda? Did you have your food? Or do you have it with you? Have you eaten it? Or are you eating it while you're chatting? You're making me hungry. I didn't eat any breakfast this morning. I didn't get up in time to have anything. Not even my coffee. Not even my coffee. Let's see. I think I'll use the thinner tape on this gal. These gals. You made a fried egg with fresh white bun. Ooh, that sounds good. On a fresh white bun, that sounds good. Yeah, we did our grocery shopping. We only grocery shop once a month. And then we buy enough for a month, which looks like a lot when we're carrying it out. But it does it. We don't have to keep going back. And I never did that when I lived alone. I never did that when I lived alone, and I kind of like doing it now. Yeah, I guess I put some down here on her feet. Let's just go ahead and put some tape on the butterfly while I'm at it. So Bandit's being a good little kitty, Azure. I'm glad to hear that. I got my story all made up for tomorrow. It's all in my head. I like telling it out of my head rather than reading it, writing it down and reading it. I think it sounds more natural. Like, I naturally goof. I'm trying to go back and transcribe it and write it down in my journals, but the problem with that is I don't have the time to sit and do that. I'm still on the first story. Yeah, come on. What that was. Did I get one? I guess it's Cheryl who's going to take care of him next week. That's what mixed me up there. You both said, I'll take care of him. So Cheryl's taking care of him next week. It's just a fictitious little taking care of. You really don't have to change the litter box. We're going on an adventure this Friday night. There. And tape it down here. This takes a lot of tape, but I do think it's worth it. I do think it's worth it, or I wouldn't do it. So if I can get 2 of these done, and then I'm going to put, I think I'll just put "Have a great day" on there for the little saying. Have a great day. Go do some art. If I can get this on here. That's pretty good. A little bit down at the bottom, but that's okay. All righty. I'm making progress. I won't bore you too bad if I just do 2. And then I'll have 4 ready to send out here. I don't like the flip-flops if they're plastic or rubbery. If they're cloth or soft suede, I'm in, but I don't like slippers. I just wear mine out to the front porch. The thong part is plastic and the soles are rubbery. I got them at the Dollar Tree. But for the few feet from the back door to the front porch, I can live with it. I can live with that. Oh, I had my scissors out with someplace. Yeah, I don't know. I like the distress threads, but I don't like too many of them. Now let's just put 2 pieces on here and see how that goes. Let's go ahead and do my ladies. Let's go ahead and do the ladies. And the flower. I'm going to have to kind of fold that back. I'll put some tape on their head. And I think I'll leave the feet. But I wanted to put a piece here. All righty. Let's go ahead and do this. No, you know what I'm missing? I'm missing the painty piece. I'm missing the painty piece. Let's go get one. Where's my painted piece? They fell. They fell the other day, and all the pieces are all over the place. This is what I need tape on. You can tell I was scribbling on the back of this. This was a dirty dozen. And I guess I need it on the back of this too. It's been a busy week. My whole last month has been busy. Well, I keep myself busy. I don't think it's good just to sit around and do nothing. Let's see. Hi, Marianne. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, you don't have to apologize for being late. It's early in the morning, Marianne. You shop once a month too, Azure? Yeah, that seems to work the best. Shopping once a month. I got a little black paint there on my thumb. Marianne says, hi, Linda, Mitzi, and Roesta. Marianne, did I say good morning to you? Yeah, I guess I did. Mitzi says, how do you know what to buy? Do you plan meals? Well, you know, we kind of consistently eat the same things. My brother does all the meat shopping. He knows what he wants, and I just let him go for it. I'm kind of 6 of one, half a dozen of another there. But he'll buy the meat, like we buy a roast, and we'll cut it in half, and then we'll freeze it. And he buys a medium-sized roast, and then when we bring it home, we cut it in half and freeze it, and then we cook one half for one meal, and maybe a week later we'll have the other half. But one half of a roast will do us for 2 meals. I mean, there's only 2 of us here. And then he likes brats, so he'll buy brats, the sausage brats, and those will last us a couple meals. And we have hamburger, and that's kind of, he kind of buys it. He knows what he likes for his meat. And then, all the staples, like I was out of cornflakes. So, we have to buy all the staples. So shopping once a month, if you're, like we say, do we need dishwasher soap? We make a list. Oh, put that down. Oh, yeah. Phooey. I don't know if I'm going to get it up. Maybe I will. We make a list, like when I run out of something like flour, we needed to buy flour this month. We do pretty good. My brother eats a lot of chicken noodle soup, so he buys that. That's how we know what we need. Now, phooey on this. I don't know if I'm going to be able to save it or not. I guess I will if I'm careful. I should do Aunt Beck's trick here. And I get lazy about it. I get lazy. There. I guess I saved it. That's how we do our shopping. We're kind of creatures of habit when it comes to what we eat. Marianne says she's been up since 2:30. Did Sue come in here? Roessa says, hi, Sue. Oh, there she is. Hi, Sue. Good morning. Good morning. I'm trying to get my, let's see, let's put these down first. In a way, it's kind of a shame to cover all of this up, but I like the background. So I'm going to. I should make some cards just with the painty paper. Aunt Beck, we were running yesterday. We were running errands and doing stuff yesterday. So we were late. I was late. It was like almost 8 o'clock before I got out to see if Aunt Beck was on. Well, she's usually on, but she saved my day. She didn't go live last night, but I miss it when she doesn't go live. We missed you last night, Aunt Beck. So I sat down and did some painting. I didn't have my day 3 painting done. So I sat down and did some painting. That didn't hurt. Oh, they're cute. I like these Tim Holtz paper dolls. At one point, he's going to quit making them. I mean, that's not a rumor to start, but, you know, eventually things aren't made anymore. And I'm going to miss these paper dolls if he ever quits making them, selling them, if they ever quit selling them, because I love them. They're so fun to use on cards and stuff. Of course, you can make your own, but it's not quite the same. Not quite the same. Yeah. Hi, Bethany. Good morning. Welcome, welcome. Hi, Jacqueline. Good morning. Lisa Conway says, I'm glad you're here. I laugh at Lisa. She says, I'm glad you're here. All right. Yay. Oh, I need to put this on here yet. Almost done. Make sure I'm putting it the right way. Let's do this Becky's way instead of me messing up. If I can get my Becky folds. It's been a busy, crazy week. It's been a crazy, busy week. Pretty soon we're going to start our spring yard work, so that won't be any less busy. That will add to it all. Oh, I still did it crooked. But the thing of it is, when you do it crooked this way, you just got the corners to deal with. I'm the crooked artist, I guess. I need practice with doing these cards. I thought I had it. I thought I had it. There. There we go. That's so much easier. So much easier. You think Meri had learned her lessons. Now we got 4 cards to send out. Yay! Let's get rid of all these little trashy things that drive me nuts. Drive me nuts. All these little papers on my desk drive me nuts. All righty. I'll get my label maker. Hopefully I put it back. I did. I'm trying to train myself to put my tools and things back where I can find them the next time I need them. I'm gonna do the have a great day. I only have to type it on once. I had bring on spring here. Yeah. Now, come on. It's not going to the capital letter. There it goes. H-A-V-E space A. I think I want that in caps. Now, medium. Let's see how long this is. I think, yeah. One more. I'm just boring the bejeebies out of you. Turn it off. Have a great day. Have a great day. Have a great day. I think I'll put it right there. And I'm hoping that this is sticky enough to stay. Have a great day. I have to go to the library this afternoon. I'll probably pick up some magazines. I found out I could check magazines out of my library, but I told the librarian, I said, I would like to check them out, but I would probably take them home and get them mixed up with the ones that I cut up. She said, don't do that. Hi, Sophia. Welcome, welcome. I think, Meri, your past life was back in the Edwardian or Victorian area. Yeah, I do tend to lend toward that style, don't I? I'm not much for modern deco. Well, I like deco. I like the 1940s, 1930s, but I'm not much into contemporary art. It does not float my boat. And I'm not much into ultra realism. So I kind of like the Victorian area. Yes, I do. You kind of figured that one out for me, huh? Yep. I gravitate toward that time period. I really do. I admit it. That's Meri for you. I probably would have gotten along really well with my great aunt, my great-great aunt. She and I probably would have would have gotten along really well. There we go. Have a great day. Now I just have to put notes in them and address them and send them off. There we go. Let's put these in the trash. Now what are you going to do, Meri? Now what are you going to do? Oh, I have hundreds of things to get done. I have hundreds of things to get done. I want to, whoops, there goes my label maker on the floor. Yeah. On the floor, let's put it over here where I can find it again. Put it away after I'm done. I'm almost ready to bind my button cards here, my 2 books. I call them button cards. I'm almost ready to bind these, but I want to do one more thing to the fronts. I'm not happy with the front yet. Oh, I got to make the little book. I still got some things to do here, but I can make a little book after I bind it. But I found this tiny little rickrack, and I thought it would be fun to put a little piece on the front. I like the touch of reds here. So let's see if I can manage that. Let's see. My scissors are filthy dirty. I need to clean some of my tools. I did start cleaning some. Little warp there. Let's see. I think what I want to do, let's get out some Elmer's. Elmer's? Yeah. And I'll put my gel pen away. And let's just take my tip of my brush here and draw a little line. You see, I'm never quite just done with these. Lisa and Tanya have finished and they're on to other things, and I'm still fooling around with them. There. Yep, that's what I like. And I want to make the little book and maybe do something with my window and my door card. Oh, we'll see what I'm doing there. I'm still fooling with them. I want to get them done because we're going to have that Do-Si-Do book coming up. Hi, Whispering Cauldron. Good morning. Carol, good morning. I remembered. Her name is Carol. Good morning and welcome. Hi, Catherine. Good morning. Thank you, Catherine. Sophia and Jacqueline. Good morning, ladies. Linda McAllister, what are you working on these days? Have you got your mojo back? Is your mojo back in the house yet? See, I don't want to put them up there because I think I still got some wet paint there. Yes, I do. Ew. Ew. Let's take a bit of this and wipe this up. Let it dry faster. See, don't you think that just adds a bit to it? I think it does. I think it does. I was hunting through my stash looking for things to put on Lisa's assemblage. And I was thinking about that too. I wasn't sure I was going to do any more because I'm doing them in my journals. I thought if I put those big thick assemblages in my journals and I don't have room on the wall space for it. So what I decided was I'm going to do them as separate folios. And I can still put them in the custom keeper, but keep them outside of my journals. So the conclusion to that is I'm going to keep doing them. The broken jewelry one is I think what she's going to do next. This is the door that opens this way and this way. And then there's a tag that goes in here. I don't know, though. I set that all the way in. I might put a smaller button one in there. Put one of these in there. I'm going to cut a little piece of. So I'm playing with the two books, just getting them. I'll eventually get it bound, but I want to get it. I want to get it embellished first. So there's two. I think I got 12 of these. Now this one, what I put in here is that number one, which is probably way at the bottom. Where's my number one? Was I not on? Huh? Where's my number? I'm missing one. Is he in here? I'll find him later, I guess. I try to keep these things together. Sometimes I'm not successful. Like I tried to snip that. Yeah. You made a, let's see, what is she saying? My mojo is still in the garden hiding. It's got to come out pretty soon, Linda. I made a long time ago a little paper roll mini journal thing. All right. That you can put in a tuck spot in a bigger journal. Well, that's cute. Azure says, my mojo is buried under a pile of Craftalanch. I somehow understand, Azure. Somehow I understand. I'm going to smear some yellow paint on here. I don't like it being so starky white. And I should probably do that with a brush. And you can tell this is a craft brush. This is one I didn't want to use. But I grabbed it because I was using the handle. This is not one that to do acrylic painting with. More of a watercolor type brush. There, let's clean that. Where did your mojo go? Where did your mojo go? I'll tell you, my mojo's has been very cooperative. I still have the craft-a-lanches, but I get a lot done. My problem is, where did I... Oh, there's my number one. There's where I put my number one goes in here. Because it's smaller and it fits in there better. That one goes here. This one... This one is going to need another small button, the smaller ones. This one, I guess. Having been discovered. Put it down here. My scissors have been abused. My scissors have been abused. I abuse my paint brushes and scissors. I'm very hard on my tools. Very hard on my tools. Shame on me. I'm getting hungry. That blueberry pie is sounding awfully good. And coffee. There we go. We got 3 done. And then after these are all dried, I should sign it someplace. I should just put a little signature on these someplace. After I get these done, we will be binding it. And I'll probably do that in a standalone video. Whoops. I'll probably do that in a standalone video. Jeri wanted to see how I was going to bind these. I'm still figuring it out myself. But I think I know. But I'll probably do it in a standalone video, and then it'll be done. And then I need to get ready for the Do-si-do book. Is that what they're calling it? That's almost too long. How about if I put it there and make it shorter? I love this little tiny rickrack. I like the little red rickrack. Rickrack. Yes, it's rickrack. Gonna have to put me some more glue out on the table there. Oops. I made it shorter, but sometimes my hands are too big. I can't see what I'm doing. There. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Azure. Azure said, my mojo is buried under a craft-a-lanch. I know how she feels. Let's put the star one on there. I need some more glue. Yes, I seem to keep plenty busy. Mojo isn't my problem lately. It may be someday. I have a couple days where I don't feel like doing art, but that's very rare. That's very rare. My art really does keep me moving. It keeps me moving. I have days when we have busy life days, you know, where life gets in the way of my art. What's What's the deal? You're stuck on there. Get off of there. I glued my thread down. Well, I guess that's really glued down. I guess I'm going to leave it that way. Kind of like it. No, I don't either. There. Yeah, this little touch of rickrack just adds a touch to it. It just needs a touch. And I'm thinking it needs some more words on the outside. We'll see. I'll do that if offline, off camera, if I do it. Catherine says, I'm sewing strips of deli paper onto cardstock so that I can bind them into a folio and store my used postage stamps. What a great idea. I'm thinking I'll store them by color, but I haven't fully committed. Oh, cool. Very cool. Deli paper onto cardstock. Sort of, you're making you kind of like a little stamp album. So if you want them, they'll be there, kind of like my word journal. I'll tell you, don't use rubber cement. I like that rubber cement until after a couple weeks, several weeks, it dries, and it's kind of hard to get my words off. I like the low-tack tape a lot better. No, not liking that. So all those words that I use rubber cement on, I'm going to go take them off carefully and put them back on with low-tack tape. Dollar General tape. Remind me of the happiness. Let's put that down here. Let's put it down here. Oops. I hope I didn't do anything to anybody. Hi, Aunt Beth. Good morning. Aunt Beth says she's up early as I have a doctor appointment this morning and kept waking up as I was worried I'd sleep past the alarm. Yeah. Well, Aunt Beck, I'll be thinking of you in your doctor appointment. I have those days too, except for that wasn't my today. I overslept a little bit today. I was about 15 minutes late getting in here. My alarm went off. I just ignored it. Like, don't bother me, I'm sleeping. But once I'm up, I'm up. You're making 1-inch high strips and tacking them on the edges and sewing down one long edge to make, oh, you're putting them in pockets. Okay. Very cool. I will say, I like my word book and I like my image book that I've made with the wax paper pages. When we did that journaling by fives, all I had to do was reach in there and flip the pages to get to what I wanted. It worked very nice. It worked very nice. So I'll probably keep doing that. Scott put the kitties out. Now this one's... Hi, Jeri. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, I understand about putting stuff where you can find it. I'm trying to get better at that. I'm trying to get better at it. You know, when I live stream, I'll get things out and I'll get all ready. And then when I want it, it's not there. And I'm hunting for my scissors, and I'm hunting for this, and I'm hunting for that. It drives me crazy. It must drive you guys bonkers. I try to figure out what I'm going to do in my live streams, at least. I'm pretty organized that way, figuring out, you know, like it isn't like figuring out what I'm going to do next. I always know, I always have enough out that I keep busy. But it's finding my stuff, and I was going to put them all in little kits, but I'm too busy. I try to, now like these that I'm working on now, I try to at least keep them together. And my cards I try to keep together, although I knock them on the floor. And yeah, I'm liking these better. They're turning out for me. They're turning out slowly but surely. I wasn't sure I was going to like this book. But after I put that fabric washi tape, if you have never watched Rosemary Morris, you need to go watch Rosemary Morris. She did a video on making fabric washi tape. And that's what the background of these are here. This is Tim Holt's fabric here. Fabric washi tape did the trick for me. And then I started, then I started liking them. And I'm kind of that way on the Pick 10s and the Dirty Dozens. It's usually prompt. Let's see. This is one where I'm going to put a book. So I'm not going to put a card in that, but I didn't put anything on the back either. I'm going to put some tape on the front here. I have to do something to the back of that, but I'll come back to that. Went upstairs for coffee, Bethany said. I had to brew another pot. Got sidetracked talking to my turtle and fish friends. They probably needed some company. I don't begrudge you talking to your turtle and fish friends. I don't begrudge it. Maybe my brother'd let me have a fish. They won't cough up on the rug. He might enjoy that. Maybe I'll just go get some. You have to clean the tank. I'll tell you when. I love my brother. I love him. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. I'm going to put some here just to have something on the back. Oops. What flew off? My paintbrush? Where did it fly off to? It flew off to someplace. Huh. It's early in the morning. I don't know where that paintbrush went to. It flew off. It's not on the floor here. Where did it go? I backed way up. I don't see it. It's not on me. Huh. I'll find it when I'm walking across the floor. I'll see it and go, oh, there it is. I'll cut my... Azure says, you need Dollar Tree baskets to hold your work in progress. I was looking at videos yesterday. People crochet baskets out of fabric strips. I was thinking about doing that maybe. The only thing about too many baskets and stuff, I forget which one I put the stuff in. And then you need to make labels. And then you need to read the labels. And if you take something out, you got to put it back in the same basket. Or if you use it, you think you got it in there and you didn't because you took it out. You know how that goes. This one doesn't have a tag, so I'm done with that one. I'm getting them done. I just got a few left. But I do try to keep my scissors. We made that scissor holder in Aunt Beck's group, and that really works for me. I put my scissors in there, except it doesn't hold. I bought some black-handled ones, and it doesn't hold those. So I'm still mislaying those. They're around here somewhere. I figure if they don't leave my craft room, they're here someplace. One of the best. Got a little glue on there. Catherine says, I punched a hole on the lip of the one of their washi tubes. I hang the tubes on those with numbers on them. That's how I separate my stuff for journals before stitching them up. What a great idea. I wish I could have coffee, but only water this morning. Oh, Aunt Beck, it'll all be over with, and then you can go out. After your doctor appointment, you go out and treat yourself to a cup of coffee. I give you permission. That'll get you through the doctor appointment like, I need coffee. I don't want your office brand. I'm going to go someplace and get a good cup. Now, I like McDonald's coffee pretty well. When I go out, I don't have to get an $8 cup of coffee. Just give me some from McDonald's. I'm happy. We do have some coffee places here, but I really don't frequent them because, well, you know. And let me tell you, I went to Dairy Queen. I like to treat myself to a Dairy Queen every now and then. It's kind of like my guilty pleasure, but I'm going to have to give it up. I bought a medium ice cream cone. I don't, you know, it's soft serve, but it was just a medium one. I figure if I'm going to have an ice cream cone, I need ice cream. The small ones aren't big enough for me. But I bought a medium one, and it cost me $2.88. $2.88. I'm going, whoa, that's too much for an ice cream cone. And I told the guy, I said, you guys need to quit. The guy, the poor young man, you know, they're just high school kids trying to make a buck. And I said, that's too much for an ice cream cone. That's what I told him. That's too much, Sonny. He said, well, everything's going up. And I said, yeah, but not my salary's not going up. That's what I told him. I said, my wages aren't going up. He looked at me. He said, I'll give you a senior discount. I thought, well, there's an advantage to letting your hair go gray. I got a tab here. Let's see. I got an extra card. I don't know. I guess I meant for it to go in one of these. I guess I did mean it to go here. So he gave me a quarter off my senior discount. Yay. I said, well, that's a little better. Well, I remember paying a nickel for ice cream cones. When were you born? Oh, dear. That was one of my childhood memories. We'd go, little small town. The garage station's still standing. And they served ice cream cones. And, it's just a local station. They knew Mom and Dad. And the guy would come out. This is when they still pumped your gas for you. He'd bring us kids. We were just kids. Well, 3 and 4 years old. He'd bring us 2 chocolate ice cream cones. I mean, one for me and one for my brother. One of my childhood memories. Gosh, it cost him $6. He wouldn't be doing that today. And that was when the ice cream was real. I mean, that's when they made it, I guess ice cream is always real, but it wasn't the soft serve. It was the scooped kind. That's when in your fantasy, in your nostalgia, it was real ice cream. One of my memories. He drove our school bus, and his wife taught all 4 of us kids through our primary years. There were 4 of us in my family. 4. I had an older sister, an older brother, and a younger brother. Last one. Whoops, I guess I better cut it first. I think I'll put it down a little. How did I get talking about ice cream? I told Aunt Beck to go treat herself after her doctor's appointment. My glue is acting up on me here. One more. A little girl with a flag. To fly it to your heart is what the journaling spot says. All righty. I like this little ricky-racky. Let's see what's going on in live chat. Keep my phone with my scissors. Journey says, I couldn't sleep last night, so at 3:30 I turned on the iPad. It was sad that Potter passed away and won't see. Oh, did she pass away? Oh, no. Oh, that is sad. Yeah, I watched where he met his sister, but I didn't see the one with his niece yet. Oh, she passed away. I'm so sad. Reminds me of when I was a kid going to Woolworth and getting sent banana splits. Yes, banana splits. They had balloons there so you could pick to get a discount off your order. I remember going to Woolworths to get ice cream. We didn't go a whole lot because that's when we went school shopping, but oh, I've got to go catch up on the Potter's house. Aunt Beck said her blood sugar's been crazy the last few weeks. Aunt Beck, I'll probably just come home and get some coffee and make breakfast. Okay. Well, you make good breakfast anyway. Your loaded oatmeal and that is a treat in my house. Your loaded oatmeal would be a treat, Aunt Beck. Aunt Beck said, not sure that about Scott did not get home until nearly 1 o'clock last night. He was going to go with me, but I'm thinking he needs to stay here and sleep. Needs his rest. Hi, Lynn. Good morning. Good morning. She's riding into work. Hi, Barb. I know about that sleeping in, Barb. I just about did. I was 15 minutes late getting on myself. Cumberland Farms coffee isn't bad either. We don't get Cumberland Farms. It's gas and coffee. Huh? We don't get that I know of, Marianne. Journey asked Aunt Beck if she was going to go to Cracker Barrel, and Aunt Beck said she'd probably just go home and cook breakfast. She goes for blood work every 6 months. And I'm back, caught up to where I was. You were still painting on your now they have to dry. Your tubes have to dry now. They take a long time to dry because that paint really absorbs things. So I'm going to stack these buttons up again here. Well, do I want to keep them? I don't know if I can. Maybe if I put it this way and this way. I don't think I'm ready to put these together yet. To put this in here. Can I do that? Maybe I will. Maybe I will. This is my first page because it's the white button. Now I'll put this thread over this way. So really all I have to do is bind it. I might do something on the back yet. Maybe put that red on the back. I won't do that this morning. It needs something else on the back. You see, I'm always adding more. Maybe a button, a cardboard button, which means I'd have to stitch some more. This is not fitting in there too well. I might have to trim a couple of these down to get them to fit. Will it fit into this one? See, I put that loose thread on there, and I kind of have to hold it down. I should probably tack it down. Yeah. I had to trim some of these down to get them to fit in. I don't know if I might have to trim off this thread. I'm just going to kind of hold it down for now. I'll probably end up trimming that off. Let's see if that one will fit in here. This one needs a skinny one. I had to cut a couple of these down. There we go. Oops. One of these don't have a... Yep, I'm happy with her. I put a tag in that one and I didn't mean to. This one. No, this one. I'm going to have to find something for that or make me another tag for that. Maybe I'll put a book or something in there. I don't know. I'll probably end up cutting these. I like the hanging threads, but they're going to get tangled up in here when I put in my tags. There we go. I don't know. I put those button spacers in there, but I don't know if they're going to be enough to keep it from flaring out. I got a lot of bulk on this. Where's my white button? This is the front page. That's a pretty big tube book. I don't know if that's going to be enough to keep it from... We'll see. And then I close it up temporary with one of these. I might put a button on one of these. Cut it down a little. That's too much. We'll just leave it like that. See it? These buttons add a lot of bulk. I'm pretty happy with it, though. All right. Let's catch up with chat. Are you going to bind it with a metal ring binder? No, I was going to bind it with this hemp. Natural polished hemp. And I was going to punch holes in here. No, I don't think I'm going to ring bind it. You'd at least have to have a 3-inch one. I have a couple 3-inch ones, but no, I'm going to bind it page by page here. I have to bind it very loose. We'll see. I might bind it and take it out and not like it. We'll see. I'll do that later. I don't want to think about it right now. Hi, Violet. Good morning. Make 2 books? I could do that. That's a good idea. See, you guys give me great ideas. I like the idea of making 2 books. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. I could do 2 books with 6 pages. I like that idea a lot. I like that idea. And maybe these big buttons, even them out a little. Like put the big buttons at the back. That's part of the problem too. If I put the big buttons at the back, that helps. Yes, I'll probably make 2 books. Great idea, Barb. Great idea. It's almost too much for 1 book. Volume 1 and Volume 2. Thank you, Violet. Knot it in between or add a bead. Yeah, you could do that. I have a button in there. I have a button spacers, but they are obviously, I've got button spacers on here. But I've got buttons over here. I use these big ones, and those add a lot of bulk to it. I could put a bead in there. Add a bead on the front, maybe. That might work. I'm not going to think about it anymore. I'll think about it later. Violet said good morning. Barb said make 2 books. They're saying good morning to Violet. Yeah, you embellish so much that they don't fit. When artists get inspired, that's true. Well, it was the big buttons that did it. I could probably take these big button cards out and put in different tags, but no. That's kind of fun just the way it is. It's a mixed media book. I do like the idea of adding beads, though. If I add a little bead, a medium-sized bead right in this area of the tags, that would even out it'd make it bigger, but it wouldn't fan out so much. And then I'd have to do something with the binding. I'll think about it. Oops. Azure said she was just talking about Woolworths yesterday, and she was telling me she found like a whole dining set in an antique store. Very cool. AJ. Hi, AJ. Good morning. And Beck said she'd be back in a bit. Safe travels, Becky. All right. What time is it? It's almost 7. But today is Thursday. And, you know, I worked on these Tuesday night with Beth Schuler and Lisa Conway. So let's go ahead and finish gluing these down. And I do think I'll use my glue stick. You just tack them down. Sort of. I really like what happened with the background on these. I'm not so hemmed on the images and that, but I like the background on these. I love the background. And what did I do here? This needs some gluing down. See, I love that big flower. And it almost gets, I'm going to take these little birds off. Nothing says I can't cut it to my heart's content. I'll put it like that and maybe tuck this in if it's not already glued down. Tuck that in there. Of course, that's right on that flower. We don't want it there. Glue this down. That's the other thing about the JB5s. I like JB5s. I'm not criticizing JB5. But it sounds like I am. But you have to go back and fix things. It's to get you inspired. It's to get you inspired. I have no trouble with getting inspired, generally. That's not my... Well, it's to get you going, your mojo going, I guess. So I like that big flower. I kind of like that. Now, let's do some more pen work on this. Let's see. Let's get out my... Let's get these out. Let's play with these. Oh, my chair's floating away on me. Let's play with this blue one. See how this blue one works on here. Yeah. Oh, I've got 20 pages to play with. Let's see. What do I want to do? I want to continue with my black around here. This is the step when you can, after you get all done with your JB5s, you can go back in and play with things. I would like to get this bound, though. And I think I'll make this a front porch journal right on the front here. When I'm out on the front porch this summer, doodle and write and do whatever I want. I'm going to call it my front porch journal. It probably won't last me too long. Let's see. I'm not happy with the border. What do I want to do? Yeah, I'm not sure I'm happy with that, but we'll do it anyway. It won't be long and we'll be able to sit out on the front porch. It's kind of cool out yesterday. We had rain yesterday. Oh, my scissors on the... Meri, how did you get the netting look on the background? That was a stamp. That was a background stamp, a diamond. Here, let me show you. Let me show you which stamp it was. Got it at Hobby Lobby. I got it at Hobby Lobby. Let me reach over here and get it. It's here. It's here. I put it away when I was done. It's this one. And I found that it was easier if you'd put your ink pad here and just go. Now let me put this stamp away. Let's practice putting things back, Meri. I use my wastebasket as a tabletop. I'm not sure I'm happy with these, but I'm going to put them on there anyway. And I'll probably bind this in the cinch. I'm kind of mimicking these little dots here on the little diamond on the pattern. You know, every now and then I should go in and make one like that. Like that. Maybe I'll make it in black. Except for black over metallic doesn't work too good. I think I'll just do it on one side. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'll call this a Front Porch Journal. It'll probably last me a few days. I like to sit out on the front porch, especially when my brother's watching Price is Right. I don't like all that yelling and screaming on that show. Drives me bonkers. So in the summertime, I'll go outside and sit on the front porch and write or doodle or watch videos. Got glue on my hand there. Infuse well-being. Into every day. I think I'll call that done. Well, maybe a couple of little pattern diamonds on here. Little notch marks so you can match up your pattern. Let's put one at the top. There we go. That added to it. Maybe some notch marks. Maybe some in here. Since I'm using a pattern on here. You can't see it. It's getting hid, but we'll put some notch marks on it. There we go. That added to it. That really pops and makes the background look great. Thank you, Violet. Violet, I was thinking about you the other day, living in Watertown. I'm going, oh, I drove through there all the time when I'd go from Madison to Milwaukee. I had a friend over in Milwaukee. We used to go to estate sales together. You have that big church there. I remember that corner, that big church. Was that Watertown? Yeah, it's Watertown. Where you have that big church and the Walgreens store. I think that's Watertown. Asher said, I was thinking of doing a front porch journal too, because I can't really go anywhere to do urban sketching. Well, yeah, go out on the front porch. Get some fresh air. That's what I like. And in the summertime, it's warm enough to sit out there in the mornings, you know, and you listen to the birds sing, and I listen to all the neighborhood noises. Yeah, do that, Azure. Violet says, Meri, I have a potato measure that has that same pattern. Really? That's probably where they got the pattern, Violet, from the potato masher. Meri, did you go to Michael's? No, I didn't. Let me tell you, I'm so tempted. I'm so tempted to go to Michael's because I need some. I'm wanting some tube paint to do my April paintings. I'm using this. I'm using my Deco Art paint, and I'm thinking I want paint that has just a little bit more body to it. And I was thinking, I'll bet their paint's on sale at Michael's too, but I have to go up to Lincoln to go to Michael's, and that's a good 100-mile trip for me. And you know, I don't go. I went last March, so it's been over a year since I've gone. Where's my cap to this? So no, I didn't go to Michael's. I have a lot of this craft paint that I should really be using up. So I'll probably just continue using my craft paint. Maybe if I keep painting, I'll stock up on my tube paint. That's probably what I should do. What I'm doing for this April Acrylic challenge is really I'm just getting back into working on canvas. I found that canvas at Hobby Lobby on sale, so I invested in it. It'll last me a while. It'll last me this year at least. All right, Meri, I think you're done on this page. We'll leave it. But now, what I was thinking was, oh, let's get this out. I like this gold screen print that Annie V sent me. I can put my fingers in it and just rub it on, and it works really well. And I think I'll just do it along the border here. And when you heat set it, it gets permanent, the way I understand it. And see, and then I can write on the inside. Sometimes I do my best thinking out on the front porch. Yeah, you live between the big cities. They used to have a really fun antique store in Waterloo. I think, if I remember right, was that Waterloo? Yeah, right there down by where the river runs through it. They used to have that antique store. I used to go in there just to look. But I think they closed it up. And let's see, what did they have another one, a big one? Or was that another town? I get my towns mixed up there because there's several little towns between Milwaukee and Madison. They had one in a big, long white building, too, didn't they? Was that Waterloo? And they made a restaurant there in it. Was that Waterloo? That one might still be open. St. Bernard's. It's a little river town. I lived there almost 4 years now. I lived in South Carolina before. And before that, West Virginia. And before that, Indiana. And before that, Wisconsin. And before here in Illinois. You've been around, haven't you? Yeah, I moved around a lot too when I was working. But now, well, I lived in Wisconsin almost 13 years, though, in Madison. Madison was really my second home. I miss it a lot. Let's see. I think I'm going to continue with what did I do with my black pen? I'm going to continue with the pattern stuff here. Let's put some dashes. Yeah, I like living in Wisconsin a lot. I'd move back there if I could. But I like living here now because I'm with family. I get to see my grandniece grow up. We went to her spring program. Just here last week. A week ago. Was that last week? I can't remember. Easter's coming up. Let's put some notches on here. Diamond notches here. That Wisconsin is pretty. I I used to get in my car and just go for drives. It's a pretty state. I still have things in storage in Wisconsin. So I know at one point I'll be going back to get my stuff, probably. Not quite ready for that. Let's see. Let's put some black lines. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not there. Just because you can't see it. But you know, Nebraska has its own beauty. I have to go to the library. I have to glue this down better. I have to go to the library today. But I like Nebraska, the big open spaces. Let's glue this down better. Can I get it completely out? This is where I tacked it down. I probably won't work on all of these this morning. That would be a little boring. Hi, Susan. She says she's lurking while she's getting ready to go to work. Well, you have a great day at work, Susan. You ladies who have to work every morning. I don't envy you, but on the other hand, in a way, I'm okay with not working now. I get up in the morning, do my art, read the paper. This needs to be glued down, I guess. Let's try this bigger marker. I think I'm having some troubles with that one. Am I happy with that? I think so. Let's do the back. See, I could write on that. It's kind of messy, but I could write on it. I love this gold. I love that gold. Such a pretty gold. And it goes on so smooth. It almost feels like a great big tube of gelato. That's almost what this feels like, this ink. It's like a big old bottle of gelato ink. I really do like this. I'm going to have to see if I can get more of it when this is gone. Too bad they don't sell that stuff retail. I'll bet it'd sell. Here in the States, I mean. There we go. All right, I'm done with that one. Let's do one more. Let's do one more. It's Shirley Temple, Since I Was a Kid. This is glued down pretty good, but this, I guess I'll put that right in here.
Yeah, you might be seeing me work on this journal. I'd like to get it done. I'm ready to bind my April journal so I can work in it. I think I'm going to start on my May journal. I think I'm going to start on that like the 3rd week of April here so I can get done with this stuff. Let's see. Let's put some running stitches. This has got a big black line, but I'm going to put running stitches here. I'm mimicking the pattern paper. So Violet, you can just get out your potato masher and use it as a stamp. Susan's been lurking. Christy says you could order online from Michael's. Yeah, Christy, I was thinking about that too. I think that's very tempting. I'm going to go out and check it out, I think, because I would like some for my acrylic April. I'm thinking I want some heavier bodied acrylic paint. This blue has, they must have goofed on their formula or something. It's one of these blues. I forget which one it is. But you pour it out, and even after I shake it up real good, it's not the folk art. Folk art's pretty thick. Folk art is more of a heavier bodied paint. That might be good for my, I don't think I've used this one, but it's one of these deco art ones that you pour it out, and it's I mean, even after you shake it up, you still all have that medium that they put in it, and it's just transparent. And that wasn't what I was going for. But I did real good on that ball jar one that I did. It worked good on that. But I am tempted. I'm tempted to go online at Michael's because I get a YouTube payment. I'm ready for my YouTube payment. Well, it's at the end of April, though. But I could cheat. I could cheat just a little. Take my, I've been saving for some seeds, flower seeds. But I think what I'm going to do for my flower seeds this year is I've got hollyhock and zinnia left from last year. And I don't think I'm going, I don't know. I don't think I'm going to buy as many. I want flowers that come up. Some of the flowers that I put in last year never came up. I was so disappointed. But we have, my brother has those hanging places to hang the pots down at the porch, you know, on the front porch. I'll be filling those with geranium and stuff like that. So that'll cost some money. So I've been kind of saving for flowers. So I'll probably go out to Michael's and look, see what I can find. I kind of like that. Since I was a kid. Let's put some notches in here. I like the notches. The notches really dress it up, don't they? Let's do the back. Now I'm getting going on these. I'm having fun. Yeah, Front Porch Journal. I think this will be a Front Porch Journal. And you know what? If we do on next Tuesday night, if we do more, I think I'll continue the same vein of doing. I don't know if I'll use the same colors, but I think I'll continue the same theme with the pattern paper and unless they change the prompts on me. I think what they were going to do was do a certain number of pages, or they were going to switch, and Lisa was going to do 20 and Beth was going to do 10. I'm not sure what they're planning. But I'll have more pages if we do that Tuesday. So, yeah, I'll probably do that. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with these. Let's put some gold on the front. It needs gold on the front too. Yes, it does. That's what I'm missing. Gold. She's getting wild with the gold now. Watch out. Oh, that did it for me. I'm liking that a lot. Let's go back and do the other two. And then I'll probably call it quits because it's getting late. I got a lot done this morning. I worked on my Shakespeare and I varnished it and I redid those ugly masks. Painted them out and put little rabbits in there instead and outlined them in gold and varnished it. And I varnished my acrylic April pages, 2 of those. That blueberry pie is sounding pretty good to me about now, though. Yep, this is working for me. Now I'm liking this. Will make a fun front porch journal. There we go. There's that page. And let's do this page. This will look pretty with the gold on it. I'm going to have to ask Annie V where she bought this. Dairy Van Screen Ink for fabric, metallic gold. I wonder if she knows where she got it. It's made in Australia. I really do like this. Think about putting your finger in a bottle of gelatos. That's what this feels like. It's so nice and creamy and it's fun to work with. Oh, this needs to be glued down a little better. See, that's part of what I don't like about JB5s. You go so fast, you have to go back and rework things. There we go. But I like the concept. I'm liking it now. I'm liking what's happening on these pages. So I got 3 done. Be in my front porch journal. Yes, it will be. Oh, and Janet, if you've watched this far, Janet Mom suggested that I take this number 5 and put it at the front and put JB5 on it. It was a really good idea, JB5. I'm going to move this down. I don't like where this is. It needs to come down further. JB5 on the front. So I'll be doing that. Maybe I'll do that next. But not this morning. We're done this morning. So I worked on, let's see. I worked on my 2 books. I did that. Finished up my 4 cards that I want to mail out. I did those. Oh, wow. We got art done this morning. We got art done. I varnished this, and I varnished this. These really need to go together here. I varnished these. Yeah. We got a lot of art going here. And, woohoo. And, just a minute and I'll read comments. We worked on my Shakespeare. I'm ready to put the tabs in here. We worked that. I made those into rabbits. They still kind of look like ears up there. Looks like Shakespeare has 2 kitty cat ears, but I think that would happen. That would happen no matter what I put there. Maybe what I need to do is put more of a black. Where's my marker? He needs more of a black line here. That helps a little to divide it out. That's already there. Yeah, how fun this is. We put all those gold lines on the little. I like it a lot better with the gold lines in there. So we did all that this morning. Got a lot done. I get a lot done in the mornings. I got to go clear down to chat. Wow. Hi, Mom Munson. Oh, you're never late. Thank you, Mom. Talk about being late. I got a card ready to send to you. Have a great day, Aunt Beck. I'll be thinking of you at your doctor's appointment. I still think you should go treat yourself. I'll be your little tempter. Go get some coffee. Go to, what is it? Where you go? Country, what is that place where you go? Country something or other, that restaurant? Or go home and make you some of that loaded oatmeal. Did you get a lot of stuff done, Catherine? Yeah. I love it when you guys are up and working. Cracker Barrel. Thank you, Aunt Beck. Go to Cracker Barrel, Aunt Beck. You deserve it. It depends probably on how high your blood sugar is, though. So I want you to be healthy, too, because we want you around. Hi, Janet. Hi, Janet. I didn't see you until you giggled. Without me, Journey says. Without me. Yeah, we'll keep you in our good thoughts, Aunt Beck. I hope it goes well. I think she's going in for some tests. Let's see. I'm glad you got a lot done, Catherine. Yay. I love to get up in the morning and do art. I love talking to you all. Aunt Beck said, have a great day, everybody. Mom Munson, you got in right at the very end. Kimberly says, Violet, I have Waterloo from ABBA stuck in my head now. Well, I kind of like that little town of Waterloo. I just drove through it, though. You just drive right through the center of town to go to Milwaukee, from Madison to Milwaukee, if you don't take the interstate. Interstate's crazy. Interstate is crazy. That winding down time really messes with my sleep. Yeah, okay. I'm trying to be quiet as a mouse since Scott got home so late. Thank you, Kimberly. Meri loves her gold. She sure does. Hi, Janet. Janet, did you see where I showed that you said to put that big gold 5 on the front? I'm going to do that. That was a good idea. I love your guys' ideas. And Azure says, I forget which is, whether it's Deco Arts or other craft named, has heavy body, and it was at Michael's website for a reasonable price. I'll go check it out, Azure. Thank you. Susan Isles says, good morning, Becky. I'm enjoying watching your room makeover. Yes, that room makeover was so fun to watch. And Scott gave all those really good painting tips, like scrape all the old stuff off of your wall, clean it up first, and then you can paint. That was really a good tip that he gave. They're telling Becky that she hopes everything goes well. My favorite area is the driftless area of Wisconsin, just west of Madison. Yeah, that used to be glacier country. There is a park out there right on the west side of Middleton. I used to go there a lot. I forget the name of it, but it's kind of like a little suburban park, but it was a wildlife area. And they'd plant wildflowers. I loved to go out there. But you could walk out there and, they had the signs where they say where the big bison used to walk, and, that it had a stone fence. So it used to be a glacier way back when went through there. Yeah, I'm talking to Violet. Wisconsin's an awfully pretty state. Janet, this is where Janet came in. I'm kind of scrolling back in chat to see what I missed. I think I'm there because I'm back to where Violet. Oh, you lived in La Crosse for a while? La Crosse is pretty too. La Crosse is right on the Mississippi River there between Wisconsin and Minnesota, and it's really famous for the eagles that nest there. And it has a really cool antique store. All right. Yeah, we're about ready to leave. I kind of chat with everybody at the end because I miss so much while I'm. You have a good day, Aunt Beck. We'll be thinking about you. Yeah, La Crosse is really pretty. Yeah. Now you got me wanting to go up to Wisconsin. Forget Michael's. Let's just drive to Wisconsin. All right, everybody. I'm going to sign off. You have a great day. Take care of yourselves. And if you have a little time, do some art. Don't tempt me, Violet. Don't tempt me. All right. Have a great day. Bye, everyone.